Modern dating exposes an uncomfortable truth. Love, marriage, and money are no longer about romance, but about emotional stability, value exchange, and harsh reality. As a 41-year-old woman who has never married, I'm constantly judged. People assume something must be seriously wrong with me. I admit, many lifelong singles do struggle with personality flaws or emotional rigidity. But I don't see myself as broken. I'm easy to get along with, though I do have firm boundaries. I prioritize self-protection, emotional compatibility, and quality of life. I expect transparency, health responsibility, and mutual attraction. I value quiet, stability, and healthy habits. When all these standards overlap, very few people qualify. And since I'm not exceptionally beautiful, wealthy, or privileged, the dating pool narrows even further. So in the end, staying single isn't a failure. It's simply the most realistic choice. A financially successful and emotionally mature man once shared his criteria for choosing a life partner. He said looks, figure, or instant attraction matter far less than a woman's ability to manage emotions. What truly counts is how she behaves under pressure, whether she can communicate calmly during conflict, stay rational when stressed, and avoid emotional manipulation like crying fits, silent treatment, or drama. Emotional steadiness, he explained, is the backbone of a marriage that can survive decades of uncertainty. From that conversation, 3 screening principles stood out. First, observe how she handles problems. Does she panic, complain, avoid responsibility, or analyze and act? Second, she must be psychologically independent, with her own worldview, social life, and sense of self, rather than placing her entire existence onto a man. Third, she should see the relationship as a shared partnership, financially, emotionally, and in future planning. Those who only take and never build together should be avoided. Follow these principles, and marriage quality is unlikely to be poor. When men gain wealth, they naturally gain access to more romantic options, but that doesn't mean they become emotionally wiser. It's simply how numbers work. If this feels surprising, it usually means one thing: insufficient money. This applies to women as well. When conditions allow, people pursue more emotional and experiential stimulation. It's basic instinct. Once survival is secure, higher desires emerge. Moral judgment doesn't change that reality. Money often exchanges for comfort, validation, attention, and pleasure. Almost everyone wants this, even if they won't admit it. Society runs on this mechanism. That's why judging others with moral superiority rarely leads to growth. Truly powerful people don't debate morality behind closed doors, they study human behavior. As for what qualifies as rich, in smaller cities, tens of millions in assets and cash flow. In major cities, the bar is much higher. Use your imagination. Something unsettling is happening. After years of encouraging women to be independent, consumer culture has now turned its focus toward men. Men are being taught to prioritize themselves, buy better clothes, eat what they want, watch movies alone, spend freely, and stop managing others' emotions. A refined solo lifestyle is being sold as enlightenment. Popular media reinforces this idea: men living well alone, enjoying peace, freedom, and financial control. When men truly invest in themselves, money suddenly feels endless. If that lifestyle hasn't clicked for you yet, some call this shift the male awakening era. A woman worth marrying won't need to be asked. Her actions reveal everything. Men with comfortable married lives tend to have partners with these 4 traits. First, she openly claims you. She's affectionate in public, introduces you proudly, and shows emotional attachment without hesitation. Second, she respects your money. Whether it's small or large amounts, she helps save rather than endlessly demand comfort and indulgence. She understands that stability is built together. Third, she defends you. When others criticize you, she stands firmly on your side instead of joining the attack. Fourth, and most crucial, she truly understands you. Because of her, home becomes a place of emotional relief. Work stress stays outside, and life feels balanced again. If you meet someone like this, don't take her for granted. A woman asks for top-tier matches, but is told bluntly that such options won't come her way. At 35, average income, and ordinary looks, her expectations don't match reality, yet she insists wealth is her minimum requirement. When offered realistic alternatives, she rejects them. When told the truly normal, men lack money, she refuses again. The conversation spirals into sarcasm, denial, and mutual frustration. The conclusion is simple: demanding everything while offering little leverage leads nowhere. A matchmaking event in Suzhou recently shocked people. Almost no men showed up. The venue was filled almost entirely with single women, many emotionally overwhelmed. Why would men prefer staying single? One online comment explained it vividly: matchmaking is like a restaurant. What's left at the end of the day? Unsold dishes. Why weren't they sold? Poor appearance. Bad taste. Too old and tough. Clearly already picked over. And worst of all, overpriced despite low quality. Another comment added that men today face intense pressure. Those without money don't bother attending because they know it's pointless. And men with money, they have no reason to choose leftovers. Harsh, but does it reflect reality?